Hello everybody and welcome to James Hennon Tarot on YouTube. Today's video we're going to be looking at card 16 from the Major Arcana, which is the Tower. And we're using the Juliet Shaman Tarot pack again to help illustrate the symbolism and meaning of the card. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So as we can see within the card, we can see that there is a tower that has been struck by some sort of lightning bolt, and there's some sort of fire at the top, and we can see that two characters have been thrown from this building, this tower, and we can see at the bottom that the waves are very high and it's very, very stormy. In fact, the whole card is very stormy. Now, when this card comes out in a reading, either that you do for yourself or for a client or a friend, it means that there is a situation going on around in your life at the moment that is likely to change very swiftly. It could be quite volatile, it could be quite unpredictable, and it could bring with it a sense of disturbance or chaos. It doesn't mean in all cases it's going to be that way, but it could be. And this generally comes about because we're in a situation in which we're not prepared to deal with something, maybe, or not prepared to face something that we have to face up to. And it comes to a point where something has to be done, something has to give. And this is why the characters that you can see are being thrown from this tower. So it doesn't depict that you're going to get thrown from a tower, but it obviously depicts that the situation that you find yourself in, you're likely to be thrown from it. Perhaps you've been restricted within a situation, a bit like the energy of the previous card, the Devil. And maybe you're going to be able to now start to find a sense of clarity, and you're going to be free from something that was restricting you. But it's likely to be very swift, and it could be disruptive, but it's going to help you in the long term, although at the moment it may not feel that way. So it's not the most pleasant of cards, but it does promise a better future for you, because what's happened had to happen, because it was needed to happen, because something wasn't being taken responsibility for or faced up to or dealt with, something you'd hoped wouldn't happen or you tried to avoid. Something you've had to face up to, a sudden change that you can't avoid, you have to deal with it. And it could be quite unpleasant. It could be based around a relationship that perhaps was built on shaky ground, and perhaps the foundations of the relationship have come down, it's collapsed, and you've had to have a sort of sudden disruptive problem within the relationship to realize that the relationship isn't right for you. Maybe that you were going along with things thinking things were okay, and they weren't. And maybe what's happened has been a catalyst for change, and you become perhaps a little bit enlightened through it, because the lightning bolt at the top symbolizes a form of enlightenment. Something's been struck, the light bulb moment has gone on, and then you've got to sort of get out of the situation. Unfortunately, the characters are going to fall into very stormy waters at the bottom, which also kind of symbolizes that this situation is going to be quite emotionally filled and emotionally charged. So it's going to be a difficult situation. It's kind of like a fated opportunity. And when it comes up, especially in the same reading as the Wheel of Fortune, then it could be that as a twist of fate, something that needed to happen is happening. Something that you didn't think was going to happen or hoped wasn't going to happen is going to happen. But in the end, things will come good, because you'll have the chance to rebuild on firmer foundations and a chance to really live your life more in accordance with what's true for you, as opposed to something that you thought was good for you, which turned out not to be good for you. So the Tower is about sudden, swift changes, upheavals, things that need to be faced that perhaps weren't being faced. You can't escape it. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. When it comes up in a reading, it's something you need to deal with. But obviously you'll know what it is when you do the reading. If it's for yourself or if it's for a client and you've got the question, then you'll obviously know what it's all about. So that's that card for today, number 16, the Tower. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, James Hennon, on YouTube, and also I'm James Hennon Tarot on Facebook and James Hennon Tarot on Instagram. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.